Hello, Talk Cosmos. This is the mini connection, and tonight is December 29th, the full moon in Cancer, 8 degrees and 53 seconds. And I have with me Sarah Strongly, my panel member, yes, on the Moonbeam team. We were just on the program on Saturday, the 26th. And Sarah has all kinds of thoughts that she's going to continue sharing right now, so to kind of fill us in a little bit more.
Yeah, this full moon really shines a light on the power of love, family, and our journey in time up until now. And just this reflection of the past that brings us to a point of reference. This can include a need of letting go of outmoded, worn out attachments that weigh down our mind, body, spirit, that clutter our homes and limit what we're capable of reaching for. So there's no doubt that there's scarcity and the polarity of battles and upheaval and mortality that are pervasively floating in the collective consciousness, given both the news and these big squares that have been reflected between Capricorn and Aries for a large chunk of this year. So that's thankfully waning, yet still it's opposing this lunitation. However, in logistical terms, the moon is of equal importance to our planetary survival as the sun, and the moon is powerfully nurturing in the sign of Cancer and for our inner needs and how things appear. So the sign of Cancer, Crab, is gifted with making powerful and memorable connections that resonate with our emotive and emotional bodies. And the need to protect and nurture extends beyond the self, and the positive side of that nature may not always be well received, because there's some that just have difficulty, or a lot of people actually have difficulty receiving. So this may trigger trauma and imbalance on a personal level. So,
and would you say, if I might say, receiving sometimes emotions, because they are so deep, and sometimes we don't see it evident.
And sometimes they think if there's a kindness that's extended, or if there's a freebie or a gift that's offered, sometimes it's just question like what strings are attached to this, what is this going to require of me, type of thing. So it can create that wounding, and there's just so much tied up into
the emotional body.
The emotional body, the sense of home, this Cancer ties into our relationship of being a parent and being parented, and
the very root of our being. Yes.
True. That's very reflective and takes a long, and may not ever get completely hashed out, but I just thought there's some affirmations here that may assist with the blessings and awareness we have in the sign of Cancer, or that resonates with our fourth house that we all have. And this wondrous full moon that lends the potential of achieving more of what our goals and targets and the power of love and our journey. So I was just going to suggest placing a hand on the heart and one on the belly. And
it doesn't matter which is which, right?
I mean, if you have your hands free, if you're but just
one. Okay.
And just take a deep breath. And just allow any tension to relax in these areas. And just allow this message. You can repeat, or you can write these down, or you can just allow yourself to really be impacted by these affirmations. That I allow myself to feel my connection to something greater. I perceive I am here at this time for a reason. I am open and embracing my intuition and the courage to face my fears. I perceive, receive, and embody that I am supported, and my being, all of me, supports others. I am the embodiment of kindness and love. And regardless of whether certain people can receive that, I am recognizing that I'm capable of receiving kindness, love, and support.
So these are very powerful for self-esteem and for confidence and for our direction. I mean, when we consider that the full moon is right opposite that Capricorn sun of our ego, it's embodying, and that, yes, it's.
Yeah, I just thought this moon is so closely sextile that Uranus, it's really wanting to embrace the change, and it's really it just amplifies that intuition and that connection of being connected to something bigger and moving forward and stepping into, because change is hard, especially when
we need guidance. This is very true, Sarah. And really, when you bring up that powerful sextile, which, because Uranus is the dispositor of the great conjunction just happening with Jupiter and Saturn, but besides that, Venus, its dispositor, is right connected to the south node of 18. So in Sag, which is also part of that great conjunction. So it's all tied in there very closely, is changing our belief structure, isn't it? About our heart and about ourself and our past and roots. I like, excellent direction here. It's powerful. Yeah. Well, looking at the full moon, because it happens every month, but this particular one is, when you talk about the wounds, so powerful because it is square Chiron right there.
Yeah.
In Aries, a little, a few degrees away, but close. And so that's really a dialogue talking to us to rebuild, wouldn't you say, this identity of ours. And so your mantras, of those mantras, which ones, perhaps you can read some again, or maybe what we'll do is type some up in the commentaries for people too. That would be great.
So I allow myself to feel my connection to something greater. That's definitely the depositor of all that Aquarian energy and that great conjunction mix. And I perceive I am here at this time for a reason, and that's definitely the square to Chiron.
Oh, Chiron and the moon. Oh, yeah. I might say, when you say that was wonderful about the forces greater than ourselves, because Neptune is here in Pisces square the nodes.
Yes.
So that truly is what a great mantra to realign.
And that's part of the perceiving and receiving and embodying the support and being all of me, and that supports others, and the embodiment of kindness and love, and regardless of whether you receive, others can receive that, and recognizing the capability of receiving kindness and love and support.
Very good reminder. And again, full moons is that moment where the light, we get to perceive what's working and not working and refine. It's always a matter of refinement. I mean, it's amazing when we consider the depth of it, but this is that personalization of Cancer. It's so personalized, our own processing.
So embracing the intuition and the courage to face my fears. That's something that's very strongly resonant of Cancer in and of itself.
The courage to face my fears, because we can get through them. We can with support. That there is support with the greater forces. There is support through one's own deep courage too. To weather. Oh, here, I think we have this. Thank you so much. This Sarah will be back on Thursday with some herbs and extra help too. So this is Mini Connections. Please comment and we'll be glad to return. Thank you, Sarah.